Okay, hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in. I think I might have said episode 12 before, but this is episode 12 right here. Y'all just watched episode 11 with somebody trying to get revenge on somebody. But here's the thing, if you have not seen the first 11, you gotta go back and watch that because it's harder to follow. Not that you couldn't watch each episode, but it's harder to follow. So this is Demolition. That warehouse where Ruby first came in on is about to be demolished. So that means that they wouldn't be able to get nobody else up there on the Planette unless they came all the way down there to get them. So in this case, you know, you need a band. You need to be able to zoom or like phase in and out of the Planette by wearing a band, what do you call that thing? Proxy band. Okay, and in order to get the proxy band, you have to already be a citizen of the Planette. You have to already have been. Anyway, so somebody needs to get up there. They need to get down there and get her and get her. She's a, you know, one of the one of the sisters of someone who already lives on the Planette. So she needs to get up there. So time could be running out for her and her 3 kids. So y'all watch this and don't forget to like and subscribe and turn those notifications on. Okay, here we go. I get on my computer and we'll watch it together. Okay, bye. Introduction to the Planette. The Planette, a place for women, where women share ideas, where women contribute to a feminine society and community, educate one another, relate to one another. On June 1st, 1961, 34-year-old Ruby Severs was walking home from work one evening after finishing her shift at her job when she was encountered by a strange man. Ruby's husband did not come to pick her up because he was passed out intoxicated on the sofa at home, so she braved the 6 blocks to her house alone. She realized the man following her meant harm, so she began running. The street was quiet, and there was no one around to help her. She rounded the corner and found a door that led to an old warehouse and hurried inside, securing the door behind her. She was frightened and confused. She could only whisper the right words. "Help me. Please help me, somebody." After those words, she closed her eyes. When she opened them, she was in a strange place. Another world she had never seen before. She saw a beautiful beach with clean water and white sand. The waves of the sea crashed, having a calming effect on her soul. The skies were blue, the bluest she had ever seen. There was no one else in sight as she looked around and discovered there were many resources which she later used to build up the place, to make it more inhabitable, to make it a home. Oh, she was excited. Ruby returned to Earth shortly afterward and told her husband about the beautiful place she had been. But he did not believe her. Instead, he had her committed to an asylum. But she escaped, and she made her way back to the warehouse with hospital staff chasing her. She uttered those words, "Somebody help me." Yes, somebody help me. Instantly, she was transferred back to the planet she discovered. Later, Ruby returned to Earth and told her 27-year-old friend Jackie about the planet, and they returned together and began building a home they now call the Planette. Welcome to the Planette, where women rule, where girls learn, where there are no men. Episode 12, Scene 1. Ruby, my sister needs to get here immediately. Officer Dean said, we need to get down there and get her. Officer Angela Dean was from the same town Ruby had been from, and subsequently to Ruby using the warehouse to get to Planette Krell, other women had also been able to do so. Well, Angela, did you order her to go to the warehouse? Yes, but they have it blocked off. It's scheduled for demolition tomorrow. That raised alarm in Ruby. She had not known that. They discontinued using shoes to phase into the Planette after that stunt Jillian and Cynthia pulled. It was way too risky. And the only avenue of transportation were the proxy bracelets that were also used as watches, and the Earth shuttle was also used. Go down there, put them on the shuttle and bring them back. I don't understand, ma'am. The shuttle is being repaired. Jackie said her techs won't have it ready for another 4 days. The control board blew, and they're constructing another one. Why did I not know about this? Because it just happened yesterday. Let me call Jackie. Ruby picked up her phone. Ma'am, my sister has 3 girls. Her husband is extremely violent. She's hiding out in an abandoned building. We have to get her up here. The sooner the better. Can they move a little faster fixing the shuttle? Miss Ruby, you know you cannot cut corners with that. What if they get down there and they can't return? We usually don't deal with issues like this, but sometimes these things come up. Yes, I know. We have to put our heads together. Let's go. The women left the house and headed over to the tech base, where the shuttle was being repaired. They had other shuttles, but those were used and only equipped for space within the solar system. Ruby thought that maybe it was time to build a backup shuttle for Earth. So many things had changed with regards to transportation. Because the proxy bracelets had been designed to work biochemically, they could not take extra bracelets to Earth and give them to the mother and the 3 children. That could only be done on Planette Krell for security reasons. That could mean anyone would be able to do it if they didn't do it that way. These were issues that would sometimes come up that would prompt them to change the way they operated. Things were constantly evolving on the Planette. Episode 12, Scene 2. Officer Dean's sister, Alexandria, and her 3 girls hid in an abandoned apartment building on the west side of town, not far from the warehouse that had saved Ruby's life. Mommy, how long do we have to stay here? I'm cold. Her eldest daughter said. I'm hungry, the youngest said. But Alexandria was doing the best she could. It was better to be cold and hungry than dead. And Brandon was a dangerous man. She could not go to the police because he was a sergeant in that town. What protection did a woman have from domestic violence when her own husband was the law? She held her children closer. She had 2 blankets, and they all wore winter coats and hats. It was in the dead of winter. Her cell phone rang. It was Angela, her sister. Hey, Ange, where you at? I'm on the west side where that warehouse is, but I found an apartment building. Hey, listen, we doing all we can to get you up here. Don't worry, okay? But Angie, how can I not worry? I'm cold, tired, the kids are hungry. Oh. Angela felt bad that she could not do more, but she had clearance to go to Earth to at least be with her sister until she was able to get her out of there. You got any money on you, sis? Money. I have $1.72. She did not even have enough money to check into a hotel. Angela had begged her to go to the Planette long ago, but she was either afraid of Brandon or so brainwashed by him. She didn't even believe there was a such place until recently. Okay. Just stay put. I'm coming down with a couple of officers. Are you at the Langston apartment complex? Yes. The building is 1428. I know exactly where that is. Carmen and her family used to live there. Angela was speaking of a former classmate of theirs. Alexandria was 34, 2 years older than Angela. Before you go, Angie, the girls want to speak to you. Hi, Auntie. Hey, girls. You'll see me shortly, okay? Just hang on a little, okay? Okay. Angie. Yes, sis. What's up? Please hurry. It won't be long before he finds me. His district patrols this area, but I didn't know where else to go. I will. And try not to use up your phone battery, okay? Okay. Episode 12, Scene 3. You have to do what? Jackie asked one of the technicians. We need more granite. And the only place to get it would be out on the west. Ellen, we don't have time. This woman is in dire straits. She and her children are at risk. Well, it wasn't like I knew the board would blow. How often do we use the shuttle anyway? Often enough. They are due to demolish that warehouse in less than 12 hours. Would you see that much urgency in it if it wasn't Officer Dean's family? And if she hadn't come from the same town Ruby is from? Jackie placed her hands on her hips and narrowed her eyes at the young mechanic. Ellen! Now what is that supposed to mean? Nothing. Just that it doesn't seem like you exert this much momentum when it comes to others. Like, how long did I have to wait in a cornfield to get here? Oh, so this is personal. If you want to put it that way, I guess. She said, replacing the control buttons on the new board. All I'm saying is that we need more granite. Some of the team took a trip to get more, okay? I'm going to tell them to bring back as much as they can. Jackie pulled out her phone and called them. That way we won't have this problem again. Once the crew answered the phone, Jackie said, how many pounds of granite are you bringing back? We took the cargo ship, so it's about 800 pounds. Can you bring back more than that? Sure, we can make it an even 1,000. You have enough crew members for that? Yes, and we have the necessary tools. Thank you, Erica. Please keep me posted and let me know if you have any issues. Once she clicked off, she headed over to Ruby's house. Her friend was sitting at her computer watching a report about that warehouse being demolished. That place holds so much value to me. Oh, Ruby could not take her eyes off that computer. Jackie sat down next to her, put her arm around Ruby and said, I do understand. I feel the same way, Ruby. I won't allow them to do that until we get Alexandria and her girls up here. Ruby wiped a tear and sprung up from her seat abruptly. Let Angie Dean handle it, Ruby. They've already left for Earth. She'll take care of her sister. I just can't. Why do they have to destroy that building? Ruby turned towards the window and back at Jackie. Gentrification, revamping an entire section of the city that once served poor people just to have wealthy people be able to afford it. I remember when my father used to work in that warehouse. That was back in 1933. Jackie changed the subject. Hey, where's Andiat? Andiat moved out last week. I meant to tell you, she's finally comfortable with living alone. Andiat had lived with Ruby for over 6 months. It was now December 2018. And she's working on an SPS. We might be able to visit Pluto. Oh yes, our space positioning system would give us lots of ways to navigate the universe, but we haven't even explored this entire solar system yet. Ruby checked her proxy bracelet, noting the time. Where are they? I'm going down to Earth myself. Episode 12, Scene 4. Angela Dean and two of her officers made it to the location where her sister had been hiding. They climbed the stairs to the 8th floor of the building. They could only carry their smaller weapons. They knew they would look quite suspicious if they walked around the city with assault weapons. Besides, it was not that kind of war. Even if she encountered Brandon, she would simply punch him out. They entered the apartment. There was her sister and nieces, huddled against the wall trying to keep warm. Angie hurried over to them while her officer stood post at a distance, looking out for them. "Alex," Angela called out. The four of them stood and Angie embraced them. Auntie! I'm so happy you finally made it, Angie. Me and the kids are starving and we're just tired. We're here, girl. We're taking you with us. Who is us? Just then, Alexandria looked over Angie's shoulder and saw the other two officers. Although they were girls, they were menacing looking. Who are they? They're part of my security force and my defense force. I promise, nothing will happen to you. We're going to take care of y'all. One of the other officers lifted the smallest child and they descended the stairs and stepped out of the building. Whew. I forgot how cold this place gets down here on Earth. Well, what's the weather like up there where you live? Sis, it's always between 65 and 80. The food is great and everyone has a contribution they make to the planet. Ooh, sounds like fun. Alexandria's oldest daughter said. They headed down the street. 10 minutes later, they were within 2 blocks of the warehouse when they got a surprise. Brandon and his partner stepped out of their patrol car and into the path of the group.
Well, where in a flying flip have you been? Got my kids out here in the cold.
No.
You're probably hungry.
No, Daddy. Daddy, please don't hit Mom. The eldest child said. Brandon, please just let us go.
Well, you're not taking my kids.
He bellowed as he tried to grab the two youngest, but Angie wedged herself between him and the children. Brandon, no, I'm going to need you to leave her alone, okay? Now I'm saying this calmly. The girls started crying, expressing their desire to travel with their mother.
Who you think you are, you first-class dyke? You're the one who inspired this. Now move!
He tried to shove her out of the way, but she wouldn't move.
Cook, just let him go. Take her to court.
His partner said.
I'm not letting her walk away with my kids, man. Is she crazy or you crazy?
Before long, a fight ensued and Angie ended up punching Brandon out. The other officer immediately arrested her. Leave my auntie alone. Harris, Johnson, get my family out of here. Get them out of here now. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Angie ordered her officers. But Dean, we can't leave you. We can't leave you like that. But listen, don't worry about me. Get them out of here right now. The officer led her to the patrol car. It turned out Brandon needed an ambulance. It appeared he had a broken nose. The Planette officers hurried Alexandria and the children to the warehouse. It was locked, but one of the officers picked the lock. Wait, what about my sister? Don't worry about her. We got this, okay? I got this. We'll worry about that later. But they locked her up. For long. Alexandria, you gotta trust me. We have lots of resources and ways of doing things, okay? Oh, I'm gonna get you up there on the planet. Your sister gonna be okay, okay? You listen. You gotta listen to us, okay? The two officers hugged each other. Go ahead, Christina. You get them on up to the Planette and you be careful, okay? I will. Christina watched them disappear before she headed over to the police station where they were booking her friend. She assaulted an officer. Besides, she's wanted.
We can't let her go.
The officer at the front desk said.
Wanted? What do you mean wanted? That's what I said. On another assault charge.
So you telling me I won't be able to bail her out?
That's what I said.
Okay. Christina said before heading outside. She used her universal phone and called the Planette. So anybody seen Ruby? She asked the girl who answered the phone at the observation base. Ruby went to Earth to meet up with you ladies, but I let her. You want to speak to Jackie? Yeah. Hey, Jackie. Rhonda is on her way back with Angie's niece and sisters, but they locked Dean up for punching out her sister's husband. They said they won't let her out because she's wanted. Oh my goodness. We have to put our heads together and figure out how to get her out of prison. And Dia was working on her draft, but when she heard Jackie say that, she looked up. Well, I guess I'll do what I can until they get here. Episode 12, Scene 5. I have to get down to earth. We can't let Angie sit in prison. I will accompany you to your trip to Earth. And Dia, you're kidding. We don't even know if you can survive down there. It's the middle of winter. This is Illinois. Dark Planet had freezing cold temperatures, and I survived for hundreds of years. Well, I guess you're right. But I think I might have an extra coat you can wear. Let's go.
You like that, matter of fact, we're digging that. You like that, matter of fact, we're digging that. We can walk along a bridge, balance ourselves on a ledge, run through the field in the rain.
The pair arrived at the police station where Jackie directed them to go using her proxy watch. They headed into the building, met Christina sitting in the lobby, and arrived at the front desk. The officer behind the desk looked at Andy strangely. We're here for Angela Dean.
She cannot be released, ma'am. We even found a strange weapon on her during her booking.
Well, sir, is there nothing we can do?
No, ma'am. She'll be here until her arraignment.
Jackie turned away from the officer, frustrated. May I please speak with Angela? And Dia asked the officer. He looked at her again and said,
Who are you? What are you?
Your attempt at humor has fallen on deaf ears, although I can hear from 300,000 miles away. The officer was perplexed.
Well, I guess, of course, I'll play your little game.
He said with a smirk. He led Andy back to the cell where Angela was being held. Angela was surprised to see her. Andy, where did you come from? The officer left her standing there and headed back to the front desk. I guess he had no worries about this little strange-looking girl. Please step from my path. Andy had said. Angela was perplexed, but she stepped away. Andy had concentrated on the wall behind her until the wall gave way, leaving a large hole in it. Angela turned around. She had a clear view of outside. She was amazed at what Andy could do. I will meet you at home, Officer Dean. Andy had said before heading back to the front desk. She met Jackie and Christina standing there. Well, Andy, what did she say? She did not say anything. She is going home. Andy had walked out the front door of the police station casually. Jackie and Christina decided to follow her. Andy, I demand you tell me what's going on, child. What do you mean she's going home? I freed her from captivity. The others had no choice but to trust Andy. Jackie got on her phone and called Angela Dean. Hey, where y'all at, Jackie? On the way out. Where are you? Oh, so am I. I'll see you on Crail. Angela said proudly.
Challenge each other to a foot race. me like that, me like that. Matter of fact, me digging that.
Episode 12, Scene 6. When Jackie and Diet and Christina returned, Angela and her family had already arrived. Ruby had also returned by then too. Everyone hugged, happy they returned safely. And Diet, tell Ruby how you freed Angela from jail. Jackie said,
I did what my duty called for.
oh, you just too modest, Diet. Just too modest. I tell it. She laser beamed a hole in the wall and all 152 pounds of me walked out of there, okay?
Oh my goodness. What?
Yeah. Next thing I knew, the wall was gone. Angela boasted. How did you do it? One of Alexandria's girls asked, adding, and are you a teenager or something?
No, I am a fully grown adult.
But are you a robot? Jessie, Alexandria said, embarrassed by her inquiring child.
It is okay, Alexandria. No, I am not a robot. I am a citizen of the planet Krill.
The planet Krill? Where's that?
You are standing on the planet Krill right now.
And Diet then turned to Ruby and said,
Come, Ruby, let me show you the progress we have made on the space positioning system.
sounds good. Lead the way, Andiet. They entered Andiet's lab and she showed them the features which will be used in shuttles, warships, and starships. Ruby was impressed. She smiled and said, who said we needed men?
I did.
High five, Jackie.
Oh, no.
Yes. Don't Diet be handling her business? Diet be on it, don't she? I hope y'all enjoy watching and listening to her just as much as I enjoy writing and producing her out of my own little wacky imagination. But anyway, don't forget to turn those notifications on, and I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. Take care and good night. Bye-bye.